Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be playing some Esper Control in Standard. So Esper is a deck that has been in Standard for quite a while now. It's tried to be played a little bit last set, but just kind of didn't see play. Jeskai Control is kind of just a better deck. More reasons to play red than there were to play the black. But I think in this Standard, Jeskai's probably actually still just the better choice. But hold on, let's not jump too far. Let's look over why we might want to play black. So black, we have some of the best removal in the format still, in Mortify and Vraska's Contempt. But on top of that, we get this brand new awesome Kaya's Wrath, which is a 4-cost board wipe, which is sweet. It is a little hard to cast, white, white, black, black, but as we've seen in plenty of standard formats in the past, sometimes just because it looks like it's hard to cast doesn't mean it's that hard to cast. So the idea here is we're going to go ahead and cast a bunch of these spells. Alright, we got these Absorbs, Mortifies. Absorb is a great new addition. Can be played in Jeskai as well, but I think it's going to see a little bit more play in this kind of deck because this is going to be a little bit more defensive. We want to gain life. Moment of Cravings, Cast Downs, both really good removal. Thought Erasure, be able to fight their hand, is a big reason why I think black is a really good argument. I'm playing a Chromium. A lot of lists only have like Nezahal in the sideboard, but I'm a strong believer in winning the game and not just basically telling our opponent they can't play Magic. And I do understand that Teferi lets you loop him and you can lock him out that way. That's not fun. I don't want to do that. I want to actually win the game. I want to kill him with Chromium. Now, obviously, if we lose him, we still have Karn and we still have looping Teferi. But I want a way to be able to kill my opponent. And Chromium's a great way to do that. We're playing 3 Chemist Insight. I kind of want the 4th, but I didn't want to cut the Karn, and I didn't want to cut the Wrath or anything else like that. I think it's fine. I think we'll start with 3 and see how that goes. Another list I had was playing Precognitive Perception instead, and a little bit more removal. But I want the card draw a little bit more, because we already have a ton of removal. I mean, we have 3 Mortify, 4 2-cost removal spells, 3 Vraska's Contempt, 4 Kaya's Wrath. That's a lot. So, another thing is this version is playing less counter spells than most your control decks do in the main board. It's only playing 5 with 4 Absorb and 1 Negate. So we're obviously, the battle we're picking is more so we want to kill their creatures. And of course, Thought Erasure helps with not needing as many counter spells. Sideboard, pretty Esper-y of a sideboard. I don't think that's actually a word, but so we got Invoke the Divine for pesky artifacts and enchantments. Obviously, we have Mortify for enchantments as well, but this gives an answer to pesky artifacts like Immortal Suns and stuff like that. We have some negates and another Moment of Craving. We have 3 Basilica Bellhaunt because it's great against burn. It's pretty good in the control matchup. It's mostly going to come in against the aggressive decks in the format, but it's still pretty powerful. 4 Thief of Sanity because Thief of Sanity is just unbelievable in the control matchup. If this thing gets online, we're just going to steal the game. And Hostage Taker. Hostage Taker is great against the Sultai mid-range deck, the green-black splashing blue. It's good against any of the green-black splashing decks. I hope we get a chance to steal a Hydroid Krasis and cast it for a bunch. That would be a very fun thing to do. But anyway, so yeah, Hostage Taker is really good in those matchups. Really good in the control matchup as well if they're starting to play threats that we have a hard time dealing with, like Niv Mizzet and Drakes and things like that. We obviously can't make our Drakes quite as big, but we could steal their Drakes so that they don't have them, or at least don't have as many. So there's a lot of avenues this deck can go down. I really like it. Of course, we have 4 Teferi, which is just solid Planeswalker. We'll see how it goes. We're going to run it through at least 3 games. Maybe more. We'll see. Alright, I'll catch you guys for the first round. Alright, we are here on the draw for game number 1. This hand's a little bit slow, but I think it's okay. We're on the draw, so if we draw a dual land, the shock land, we're going to have all our lands come out tapped. Or a basic, we can play our hand around so that we have it untapped, so we'll keep it. Plus we have an Absorb, and hopefully the Kaya's Wrath will be good, but even if they're not, we still have Absorb and Teferi for the control matchup. Alright, so we're playing mono red, so Kaya's Wrath will probably be pretty good here. Perfect. Hallowed Fountain's great. This means our Isolated Chapel and Drowned Catacombs as well are coming in play tapped, because the fear was we are going to draw something like a Swamp. Alright, Steamkin. I'd like to draw a Cast Down or something right here. Nope, another Absorb, okay. Not having a play against them until turn 3 is kind of awkward, but hopefully we'll go turn 3, absorb something. Or maybe they'll just have all creatures. That'd be perfect. They just have nothing but creatures. Gets Kai's Wrath the board away. Hopefully we won't be too low of a life total. Also, hopefully absorb next turn will help us to keep down the damage this Runaway Steamkin's going to do to us. And the fact that it's going to gain us 3 life is pretty handy. Important thing to note with our lands is because of the way we play our lands so far, it doesn't matter which land we play this turn. We'll have double blue, or we can have white up. So we're just going to play the Chapel. I mean, they both come and play on tap, so next turn we're still good. Depending on what they go to do, we may Moment of Craving this Runaway Steamkin. But I'm a little bit inclined, since we did draw the Moment of Craving, to alright, so they're casting Wizard's Lightning. Alright, I am going to absorb this, letting this thing grow out of our Moment of Craving range. Come on, play another creature. Play one more creature. Nope, light up the stage. Alright. Nice. Alright, come on, pop this and make creatures. Dang. Alright, our opponent's a little bit smarter than that. Alright, well, I'm going to Kaya's Wrath the table away. They will get to play these. They'll both have haste. I do think it's worth it. Of course, this is going to feel really bad if they go minus, remove the counters off of Steamkin, burn spell us. It'll be even worse if they like double burn spell us. Nope, alright, just a shock. Alright, so we're going to take 4 next turn from these Gitu Lava Runners. Yep. It's going to put us to 8. I like to draw an untapped land. We did not. This is... Maybe we should have Moment of Craving the Steamkin. Alright, let's play this tapped. Hope they don't have... No, that is black. Hope they don't have 2 burn spells next turn. Hope they just have, like, a... I don't know. Alright, well that's not great, but that's fine. Alright, so we got an absorb and we got a cast down for it. Yep. Cast down. No play, okay. Alright. We could Teferi here and have absorb up untapped. But I think I want to hold off on that for a turn. Alright. Lava Runner's fine here. We get a Moment of the Craving it. It's going to put us up to 6. We're going to absorb this. Alright, so we go up to 9 here. With our opponent, for the most part, being tapped out. Not tapped out. For the most part, being out of cards. Alright, Mortify is a good one. Means we'll have an instant speed way to interact with their board. We'll untap 2 lands. Alright, that's gonna deal some damage, but we'll go ahead and kill it. Right, and there we go. Alright. It was a great draw. So it was, well, I guess that's not that big of that. That's not really a great draw, but the absorb was. Alright. Now we're just gonna sit back here and hopefully from this point on take over the game. Our opponent's gonna have to do a lot of work to have to draw a lot of good cards to get back into this thing. Okay. Alright. It's a lot of fairies coming up. Alright, so we definitely want this other Moment of Craving. And we want these Ballista Bellhaunts. Ballistica Bellhaunts. Alright. We'll cut a Karn. Kai's Wrath might be a little slow. Gate might not be good enough. Maybe a fairy? I don't know, I think the gate's fine. I don't really want to cut negate. We have Mortify for all their enchantments and stuff. If they might have, like, Experimental Frenzy and stuff like that. Alright, let's try this. I'm not sure if this is right or not. I'm not sure how I feel about cutting a... Ooh, okay. This hand's a slower one. But we have a play on 2, play on 3, play on 4. So, and one way to gain life, so that's good. Ooh, that's a great one. Moment of Craving was a great draw there. They play Steamkin. Yep, alright, we want to kill a Steamkin here, unfortunately. So we actually aren't going to play our search. Unfortunately, which, I don't know. Did I say unfortunately like 5 times in that sentence? Okay. So, nah, it doesn't really matter that we did that there, but... Alright, well... I'm going to get this down on the table because next turn we can kill this and potentially anything they play. Of course, unfortunately, the downside here is we're taking a lot of damage this turn. Possibly. Alright, 2 of them. So not having a spell to take advantage of that's great for us. I actually kind of like to hit the other cast down here, to be honest. Now we're going to keep the 5th land. I am going to play it tap this turn. And I think... I don't want them to get a chance to get triggers off of these, so I'm going to kill one now. Obviously, this sucks if they play something out like... well, I guess not even Steamkin matters too much. This just protects us from getting a second trigger off. Yeah, you see right there, like, taking 4 is a lot better than taking 5. Especially next turn when we can potentially just contempt this. Yep, top card. Oof. I really don't want to bin Chromium. I feel like we really need Chromium. I'm going to contempt this now. Again, do not want to give them a chance to get any triggers off of it. Probably should have been Chromium, I guess, but yeah, we have Basilica Bellhaunt and stuff. We should have been Chromium. He doesn't matter. That was too greedy of me. Spin the Wrath, looking for some lands. I guess I might want blue, huh? Fairy. Nice. That's great because that gives us up Mortify. Alright. Took us this. Oh, I should have actually untapped. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have mattered because we can never have cast Absorb with this up. Assume we're getting attacked here. Yep. I'm expecting them to play light up stage. Oh, skewer. Okay. Obviously, we look a little stupid for not killing this if they have a bunch of spectacle cards in hand. Yeah, they just had a handful of spectacle cards. Wow, that's a hand, all right. All right, so we look pretty stupid for letting this thing live. No, we're not bidding a land. Gonna cast Insight. Alright, this is bad. We kind of losing control of this game here. Hopefully they can't kill us with their 3 cards. Alright. Chain Whirler cannot kill us, but he's going to put us in a situation where we could be dead soon. This doesn't really matter when we do this, but I'm going to go to the end step and land. Nice. Contempt's a pretty good one here because it's going to gain us some life. Land in the graveyard. Yes, transform it. Yes, draw a card. Yes, we're going to uptick. I don't know why I said yes to we're up. Yes, we're going to uptick. That's not really a trigger. We're going to play another search. Yeah, let's contempt this now. We'll be able to untap land so that we'll have absorb up. And if they don't force us to cast absorb. Yeah, if they don't force us to cast absorb, we'll be able to as Kansa. But hopefully let's try and play something for 3 and we'll just absorb it. Next turn hopefully we'll stick Chromium and start and try to close this game out. Yeah, I'm gonna let the shock happen. If they go to light up the stage. Alright, I'm countering this one. I did have that feeling that they may not have had anything else. Nope, not binning it. Nope, not transforming this one. Uptick. Nice. All right, we're looking golden here. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we can actually Chromium and absorb this turn, which is great. All right, and they conceded the game. Sweet. All right. Yeah, we were in pretty good shape here. Yeah. And we were going to start closing out the game with Chromium. They were in a position where it was likely they were only going to be able to cast one spell a turn. And we were going to be able to absorb it each turn, which is going to be a problem for them. Or they might have had something even like light up the stage here where we're just going to get to absorb it and move on. So, I guess that was a nice round 1. We'll catch you guys back for round 2 in just a minute. Alright, we are on the play for round number 2. We are 1-0. And a classic no blue in our hand. And the even more classic 1-lander. Alright, I mean, lands and spells, lands and spells. Oh, Sky's Wrath is looking pretty good. Ooh, so is that Mortify. We got 26 lands up in this deck. Three, 6, 9. Alright, yeah, let's. Because worst case scenario, I want to kill this so this doesn't survive the Wrath. I guess that's kind of dumb since I'm guaranteeing we're taking 4 damage this way. Never mind. I'm very glad we did that. Still very glad we did that. They were going to keep 2 creatures. Yep. And while that's unfortunate, okay. Boy, I'm glad they didn't have that out on the table earlier. Alright, so we can Moment of Craving here. I'm going to take 3 next turn. And regardless of what we do, we're going to take a lot of damage here pretty quickly. Oh, boy. We're taking 3. Unfortunately, it looks like we're dead here. Yeah. We're not actually dead. We're pretty bad here. Yep. Yep. Kai's Wrath. 1 time. It's fairy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's move on. I don't think we're winning this game. I think we're just too far behind already. Right, so this feels like a Thief of Sanity. Not Thief of Sanity. A Basilica. Hostage Taker. Maybe just Basilica. Yeah, again, I think we'll make these same cuts. Actually, this, I think, Kaya's Wrath, I think, is better because they don't have nearly as much actual removal spells. I think, Negate's also worse. I'll take a Thought Erasure out this time, just to more positively. It's because they can empty their hand pretty quickly and have not much. And like individually, a lot of their cards aren't worth taking really. I don't know. Maybe that being said, we don't want Chromium either. And maybe let's put a Hodge Taker in for the Chromium. I might regret that, but we'll see. I would love to play first. I think his hand's okay. It's got something to deal with the potential early, whatchamacallit. And then it has this for something bigger. Alright, well, another land's not what we wanted. Then we have some card draw. Tide Thinker here would be annoying. Okay. I forgot they had Hunted Witness. Hunted Witness is actually quite good against Wraths as well. If something had a much slower hand. Yeah. Sure. Right. Killing it. Nice. Alright. Actually, you know, we can play around Tide Taker pretty well here. Benelish Marshall. So it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we're killing this. Yep. Taking 7. Nice. Let's see what they go ahead and do next turn. Not even bothering trying to play around and settle the wreckage, which is smart. Take 5 down to 10. Boy, oh boy, feels like they ain't got nothing here. Although, I mean, to be fair, still 5 points of damage is still a 2-turn clock, so. Yeah, I'm going to take 5, go to 5 here. Alright, that was a terrible 2 cards. Yep, Bennett. Ouch. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Alright, well. It's very possible we're in trouble here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Yeah, let's Bennett. Yes, transform. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wrath. Yep, negate. Yep. Whenever it dies. Alright, we're going to tuck it. It's going to give us a moment of reprieve. Yep. Nope. Oh, come on, lands. Tap right. Alright, well, that's a thing. Discard this. Alright. We're going to kill this now before he gets to untap and have blue up. Alright. Yeah, we'll put it on top. Probably not going to pick it up anyway, but we'll put it on top. Because they should be drawing into, whatchamacallem? What's his name? Hunted Witness. It's actually a very good removal spell for Hunted Witness, so actually I think I will draw him, even though it's going to take away a card from us. Yep. Alright, and going on to game 3 here. This is definitely a tougher matchup here. I think Hostaker's a little cute, but I don't know. I guess Invoke the Divine might be okay. No, it's super narrow, though. I'm supposed to be cutting back the search for Escantas? Maybe? No, I think let's run it back like that. I think this is fine. I should have assumed they were blue-white aggro. Well, as much as I would love to keep this hand, I don't know if we can. It's one of those control hands. It's got all of our lands, all our colors, and it's got card selection to help us. If we were on the play, this would be a definite yes, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it anyway and try it. Just hope they have a slower hand. Alright. That on their lead is potential they don't have a great hand. Which is good for us. Yeah, so plus Snubhorn means they probably don't have a great hand. Of course, they probably have a Spell Pierce up now, which is going to be awkward. Yep, Spell Pierce. Yeah, we might be in a lot of trouble here, to be honest. Maybe a little less trouble. Basilica Bellhaunt's pretty good. Holding up negate for this, which is awkward. Yep, got the negate, nice. I'd love a Kaya's Wrath right now. Yep. Come on, deck Kaya's Wrath one time. That is about the farthest you can get away from a Kaya's Wrath. At least Bellhaunt's a blocker, right? Yeah. Super dead. Before 8. Guess we block the 5 that we can trade with. Go to 1. Come on, Kai's Wrath. Nope, that doesn't save us either. Alright, well, we kept a very bad hand and lost. And unfortunately, if we had a Search for Visconta, maybe it would have been a little bit different. Probably not. That's, yeah, 5 lands. Yeah, this is just probably not a draw that was going to pan out. Anyway, 1-1. We'll see you guys for the next round. Alright, and we're back here on the play again for round number 3. We are 1-1. We're going to go first. I mean, yeah, this hand seems good. Some lands and spells. Well, opponent's staying at 6. Alright, bottom's a card. So this is an awkward situation where if they are a deck that... Okay, I was gonna say, if they're a deck that negates relevant against them, they're probably not a deck that mortifies or that Restless can be relevant against them. 10 Street Dodger. Okay. You're not the land I meant to play, but you're the one I'm obviously stuck playing. Okay, so they're goblins. Okay. Take 2. Yep. Kaya's Wrath is looking great. Taking 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Wrath the board. Yep, take a shot from Lightning Strike, I'm assuming. Yeah, this bench gets better post board. Risk factor. Yeah, I'll take 4. Right, well. I would really like to draw a Chemist Insight or Teferi, something like that. Yeah, we're in trouble. They're a very weird black-red burn deck. And we are in trouble. Getting the land. Okay. Interesting. I'm pretty happy about those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we can play this tapped. Alright, so on the bright side here is, if they don't have to burn, they have creatures. We're in a pretty good spot. Alright, well. You get all of them. You, unfortunately, are irrelevant. Alright, I gotta draw an absorb. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Alright, let's move on. Yeah. Alright, that was not a good one. So they are a burn deck, which means your 7 cards are going to be here. I want to cut you. Two more cards to cut. I think Thought Erasure is good enough here. Maybe that'll be good enough. Let's try that. So the awkward thing about this is, of course, now we only have Teferi to win the game with. But again, I mean, we do have Basilica Bellhaunt, which I think is unlikely we win with it. But to be fair, once we get a point where we lock them out, most of the time when you're playing Burn, most of those players concede. Like, I don't know, I play Burn on Arena because I want to play quick matches, and once it's clear I lose, I just concede. There's no point in keep playing. You know. Alright, here we go. A little light on lands, but to be honest, if we just hit another blue or white source, we're good. And there's a misclick. That's awkward. I was yawning, trying not to do it in the mic, and I accidentally misclicked. And now, actually, we're gonna Thought Erasure. Let's take Lapis Sage. Bin that. Yeah, 2 life's gonna come in to bite us in the neck. This should put us to 18 here. Well, yeah, we're gonna moment. Sure. Yes, I'll take 4. Land? Darn. Alright. Yep, he resolves. Yep. Might as well use our mana efficiently here. Nice. Okay. So hitting that 4th land is very important because this means we have Contempt up. And we're that much closer to casting Teferi. The nice thing is with Negate, we can Teferi and still technically be... Yep, that's fine. We'll go to 9. I'm saving this absorb for that risk factor or for something else. Gitsu Lava Runner. Right. Yep, we'll take 4 from the risk factor, probably in your hand, I'm guessing. Yep. Down to 5, up to 7. 1 deck land 1 time. Alright. I'm going to take this chance to play down to Fairy, because it will give me untap negate. Yep. That's a nice one. Bellhaunt. So it doesn't take a card from their hand, but it does gain us some life, which is honestly right now the important part is the life gain. Plus this gives us a 3/3 to start beating them down with. Of course, I'd like to not just draw lands. That'd be super awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, I can go blue, blue, white. Yep. All right. Oh, hold on a second. Black, white. Bellhaunt again. They'll risk factor in response. Oh, they're just going to cast it. Okay. That is also fine. Now, I suppose we could have actually... Did I use you? Yeah, I did. Okay. Now, I suppose we could have actually held up the absorb. So I believe they're aiming that at Teferi. Yeah, I'll take 4. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're not dead. They're not out of this by any means yet, but I feel like they're not in a great spot. Okay, so what do I think? Do I think another Gate or Thought Erasure might be better than a Mortify? We saw an awful lot of creatures that game 1, so I think so. Or I think Mortify's fine, rather. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Mortify. I think Mortify's fine. I don't think it's exciting. I think it's fine. So even if this deck's not that great, it's definitely a lot of fun to play. I really like it. I've been playing more mid-range decks lately, or more creature-based decks, so I'm really glad to play a control deck again. Okay, so this hand is a little bit of an awkward keep because we don't have a second black source, but I'm still going to keep it because we do have Moment of Craving into Thought Erasure into hopefully Basilica, Bellhaunt. And ideally, this Thought Erasure is going to help us get to a second black source. Okay. So, them going down to what? They went down to 6. No, they stayed at 7. Pyromancer. Okay. So, them not playing anything there makes me actually want to go ahead and Erasure. Alright, so here I'm actually going to take the Theater of Horrors, I think. Yeah, Theater of Horrors, just because it's going to be something that's pretty hard for us to beat. Alright, we're going to put that in the graveyard because it's not another black source. Sword Point Diplomacy is annoying because it's potentially a draw 3 or a 3 damage spell. But at the end of the day, it's not quite as powerful. Alright, so they drew Shock into Skewer the Critics? Is that what they drew? Alright. Again, still missing that black source is not good. We're really hoping they hit a creature here so we can Moment of Craving it. Right, that's great. We are just going to Basilica here. It's going to force them to get rid of a card out of their hand. That's going to gain us some life. Alright, they discard another Shock, which means their hand is Lightning Strike, Sword Point, Diplomacy. We're getting Lightning Strikes here down to 13. And we may have to just take a bunch of damage from the Sword Point Diplomacy, depending on what they get. Alright, so now we know none of the cards in their hand. Right. So I am actually going to take 6 here. Yeah, give them just a Blood Crypt. Right? Yeah. Wait, Risk Factor. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know what's in their hand. That's right. The good news is here, if we have to, we can Moment of Craving our own creature. I don't think it'll come to that, hopefully. But it could. Right. Right. This is going to only leave us up. Oop, I guess I might want to have a blue source, huh? This unfortunately will leave us up with only Moment of Craving here, but this is going to let us... I don't think I want Cast Down. We got plenty of removal already. And again, even if they go something like Chain Whirler, we have a good answer with Vraska's Contempt. Again, no cards known. Which tells me they drew another land here, though. Most likely, since they aren't playing anything. And they obviously have enough mana to play pretty much anything in their deck. Unless they're just holding out for a Banefire, which is kind of scary. Since if they draw 2 more lands, we're dead. Alright, so they drew a Shock. So that's not... it's fine. Alright. So this damage will actually offset itself here. And we are winding down to the point of closing this game out. We'd like them to start drawing stuff like G2 Lava Runners. Lab Stage, that's a tough one. Alright, Pyromancer and Blood Crypt. Yep, Pyromancer puts us to 3. And then we're going to exile him. To 5. Alright, we just got to dodge a turn. Yep, alrighty, we got it. So that came down to the wire. Even if they would have drawn something like Risk Factor there, we could have gone to 1. For a second there, I was kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of the cast down. But alright, so we are 2-1. We're gonna go ahead and play one more round. We're gonna play another round, see how it goes. We'll hop in just a second. Alright, on the play for round number 4, we are 2-1. Alright, so this feels like a pretty solid hand. We have double blue, double black, double white, plus a spell to play on 2 that's good against either possible or any possible opponents we have, as well as having... Well, I mean, Contempt's good against pretty much any opponent we could have too. And Kai's Wrath's fine against aggressive decks. So I think our hand's pretty okay. The thing I love about Thought Erasure is it lets us actually see what our opponent's playing. So it can help us to kind of know what we were looking for. Like you see, this thing Godless Shrine on 1 doesn't tell us anything, unfortunately. Because there's a lot of mid-range decks that play it, a lot of control decks could play it. My initial guess would have been like Esper Control. And I would have actually been right. So here I'm going to actually take their precognitive perception, put the extra land in the graveyard. Drown Catacombs. Right, well, them having Mortify sucks, but we didn't have the as concept at the time. So, plus, if they do mortify it, which they will, they'll definitely mortify it. There's no reason not to. It will tap them out next turn. Alright, this is great for us. We're going to get an activation off of it. Yeah, I'm going to bin it. So, unfortunately, and mortify it. It's very nice of them to let us get a trigger off of it, though. Yep. Okay. Alright, uptick. You can have this cast down. Come on, deck land one time. Dang it. Alright. Well, it would have been really good to have gotten a resolve to fairy there and gotten to draw a card. Drown Catacombs because they still have a swamp. So no swamp absorb cast down. Second Karn, right? Imagine it takes down to grab search for his Kanta. No, we're plussing again. Alright. I guess I'm gonna give you Thought Erasure here. That's a tough one. What the hell? I paid black. Oh. Land. Yes. Now, I mean, I'm fairly certain that they probably have a contempt of their own. Just judging by the way they've been playing this game. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So them having Thought Erasures and Cast Down obviously way better than them having whatchamahoots. You know, I don't even know what it's called. Search for his Kanta. Now, so these lists usually only play. Yep, Contempt. Gotcha. I'm not very of your own. Okay. All right, tuck me. Fair enough. Yep. And next turn they'll get to Thought Erasure, take my absorb. Yeah, we're pretty well. We've not drawn great. They've drawn like a bunch of Karns. We have not drawn, like we drew Teferi, got one activation off it. They played their Teferi, ticked ours down. Yep, and that was them just deciding that the information was not worth the extra card they'd have to pay for it, which I think is a pretty fair Swing. Okay, cool. And by the way it looks, we may actually get to put our Teferi back into play. Obviously, they have double counterspell. We're in trouble, but well, they'd have to have triple counterspell. Actually, I'm wrong. They'd have to have 3 counterspells. Or if they have a Thought Erasure here, we'd be in trouble. They shocked it in. That's weird. Cognitive Perception. Okay. That's great because we'll get a potentially we'll get to see what they drew. Oh, that's a great draw. That means they're going to get to untap, have absorb up. Yep. And then we can't cast a fairy. Alright, let's move on. They definitely got us for this one. Alright, so we want negates and we want Thief of Sanity. There's 4. There's 4. I think leaving Mortifies in are fine. I think leaving Chromium's in fine. Yep. Alright, let's try that. I guess I shouldn't have fought their card advantage. I should have taken their removal spell instead. But I was thinking at the time early on that, well, we don't have anything that Mortify is going to hit yet. I mean, we only played 2 Search for Azcanta, so my thought was, well, we probably won't draw our Search for Azcanta, right? And we did, so. Basilica Bellhaunt, not great here, but it is better than, like, a Craving or a Cast Down or a Kai's Wrath. So. Yuck. This is a tough hand. I think I can do better. Well, congratulations, we did worse. Factually worse. See, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh yeah, we'll be okay. We could definitely stick a bunch of stuff. Please just play Search for Azcanta. Maybe I should have played that untapped. Yep. Should have definitely played it untapped. It's 100% wrong not to. What? Oh, it's the wrong card. I saw Absorb and I'm tapping Absorb mana. Wow. Must be nice. Yeah, we're pretty screwed. Yep, hit me for 2. Yeah, we need to draw some stuff that's gonna actually do something here. I might do something. I still think it's just, we're too far behind. I think it's over with here, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it's over. I mean, our first hand would have been better against this, but it still wouldn't have been very good. Like, here's the worst part: they have 4 cards in hand, right? All right, but they have really 7 because they have 3 of our cards. All right, we're moving on with our lives. We'll play the 5th round. We got some time. Be back in just a minute. All right, we're back here for round number 5. We are on the play. All right, I'm gonna keep this hand. God, okay. So this is something I want to point out. I did say I wanted to play a win condition. I really did, but this is 2 matches in a row now where I've had Chromium stuck in my hand, and this is basically a 6-card hand. As far as 6s go, this is still a pretty good 6, but still. So if this Chromium had been a Karn, which essentially is what I cut for the Chromium, this hand's much better if this is a Karn in it. So I think it's possible that I may be stupid and playing win conditions in a deck are bad. That being said, I'm going to keep this hand though still, even though it's basically a 6 without a scry. The rest of the hand is great. Plus we have Escanta on 2, negate into contempt. So we got some good stuff going on here. Mono blue tempo. Cry me a river. Yep, awesome. Instantly hating life. We may miss a land, but I want to kill it. Against Mono Blue Tempo, the best way to win is just kill their spells or kill all their creatures. Well, Spell Piercer would make me cry, but it's a life we chose. Also, it's very possible they might if they have Spell Pierce, they might choose to hold it because Spell Pierce is a lot of times more valuable protecting their stuff than it is stopping our search for Escanta. That was a weird no attack. We got a Bennett. We just need lands. Yuck. Yep, it's not a land. We're probably pretty dead. Here comes a 2-drop. Nope, opt. Okay. That's surprising. We got 7 cards in there. That's a lot of cards. To be fair, I guess on turn 3 they did miss their land drop. And they have just basically not played anything. So, there's a land drop. Curious Obsession. Show me Wizard's Retort. Yep. Alright, deck, draw land. We got 2 looks at a land. Nope, we are keeping the land, we are shocking the land, and we are killing the dumb creature. Not even giving him a chance to untap, we're killing it now. They've drawn enough cards, don't need any more. I'm gonna play another one out. Yeah, Bennett, we just want lands. Dang it, Mortify. Come on, play another creature. Dang it. Yes. For once, they didn't have it. Tempest Shin, nice. Be cool with me. Nope. Well, I guess I could have played it and flipped it. No, you know what? No, let's cancel. We're not playing Sfairy. I don't know why I should have thought before I did this. That tells me they have a dive down in hand, possibly, for the Tempest Djinn. Yes. Yes. No, we'll take that. Transform it. Yes. Draw a card. Old Teffy. Retort. Ooh, quench me. Yep. Alright, that got me. That's painful. Mm-hmm. Alright. Thankfully, we're in a pretty good spot here. We managed to, not die yet. Is this still game 1? Yeah, it's still game 1. Okay. So, as for game number 2... Okay, so... Obviously, I think these 3 are the first cuts we make. For 1, 2, 3. And then I think... Maybe I don't want to take out Chromium. I don't know. Chromium's really a good way to win the game, but it's just... I don't know, against this deck, like... We can wait to try and win the game for a while. Maybe Thief of Sanity's not bad because it can block a lot of their stuff. Do we want to be on the fighting the counterspell situation? Because that's all their deck is like counterspells. Is that really where we want to be at? I don't think it is. I think we'd rather be Thief of Sanity because it can block their stuff. Also, it pressures them. Maybe let's cut a Wrath for the 4th one. All right, let's try this. We won game 1, so we can afford to be wrong once, which is not a good mentality. So don't be having the mentality of we can be wrong once. But I'm just saying we can afford to be wrong once. If I'm wrong any more than once, obviously we're in trouble. All right, this hand's golden. We're gonna keep it. This is beautiful. Hopefully they have a slow, mopey, crappy, miserable hand that we can just destroy. That's the plan. Nope, they have a 1-drop. That's unfortunate. So I think I have to try to cast it down next turn, depending on what they do. If they don't slap on a whatchamacallit, I think we're okay. Just playing the search or the thought erasure. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they don't have a Curious Obsession yet. So I think they're taking too long. Oh no, they do. They just straight up do. Maybe they just don't have another land. Maybe that's what they're contemplating here. Is do they want to throw it under the bus, possibly? It's like if you have Curious Obsession and a land, like you play it, because if you draw the Dive Down or the Spell Pierce, you're golden. Or if you already have it, you're even better off. And that could be it. They could be missing one or the other. That's why they might have hesitated. I don't know. Normally the hesitation like that, like that's the kind of thing like, oh, you don't have it. Because otherwise you don't hesitate. Okay, our opponent disconnected. So maybe their hesitation was actually they were having internet problems. Alright, we'll be back when they come back. Alright, our opponent's back. And again, it looks like they're missing the land. That's why they hesitated there. Because like obviously now, if they don't hit a land here, they're in a pretty awkward position. All right, and I mean, unfortunately here we're just obligated to kill it. We have black, right? Yeah. All right. Much as I would love to play Search for Escanta, Curve Out, play it, but the thing is, if they don't have a land, the chance of being able to completely cripple them is just so much better. All right, we're gonna Thief of Sanity here. I imagine we're probably done here since they're just not hitting lands. Which is unfortunate because I do think this is actually a pretty good matchup. Wow. Take the Wizard's Retort, I guess. Yeah. I mean, let's just pick at their hand, try to take their Spell Pierce. Alright. And they're done playing. Alright, guys. Well, either way, that went pretty well. We are 3-1 with it, or 3-2 with the deck. I think that's a pretty good matchup for us anyway when we have the hand like that. I would have liked to have seen if Thief of Sanity's actually good in that matchup or not. Seems pretty good because it gets to pressure them consistently while also forcing them to have to interact with it. Or it can just block their stuff pretty advantageously. So, again, now I could be wrong. It's very possible. It could just be bad and it could be better off being negates or something else. I kind of wanted to find that out. That was why I brought it in. Something that's important is when you're not playing in a serious tournament or anything like that, sometimes try things out to find out if they're actually good or not, because they might be something no one else has thought of. I don't know if other people thought of Thief of Sanity. They probably have. They may have figured out it's already not good. But I don't know if it is or not. And another thing I like to say is, just because someone else says something's good or says something's bad, while to an extent that's good to take into consideration, but don't just immediately assume because so and so said Thief of Sanity's bad against this deck. Don't necessarily immediately assume that's true. Find out for yourself. Now that doesn't mean if a professional player says a card's bad, it could be bad. It probably is bad, but it may not be bad. It could just be bias. Anyway, either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really liked it. This deck's a lot of fun. Honestly, Out of the blue-white X decks, and I think Band is still my favorite because I really like Wilderness Reclamation with March of the Multitudes, stuff like that. I really like that. I like getting to play Carnage Tyrant and stuff like that. But Esper is awesome. I think there's a lot of really good answers. I'm not sure if playing Chromium having a win condition is right. Maybe playing not having a win condition is correct. I don't know. I like the Chromium. I think Chromium's necessary. Not necessary. Good choice. A good choice. I could be wrong. Maybe you just want a Nezahal or two in the sideboard. I don't know. Maybe you just want a Chromium in the sideboard. I don't know. But anyway, I like the Chromium. It did feel good in this position where we actually got to play it and it closed out the game pretty quickly. He feels pretty good, especially against the mono blue tempo deck, I guess. But I don't know. I think he's because of how slow he is and late he is, he's better off going out. But that's the thing. I think game one, I think he's actually good against them because if we resolve him, he's a really hard blocker for them to get around. Plus, he's also very hard to deal with for that deck. So, because if they're going to pre-combat bounce him, they're going to have to do it with like Exclusion Mage, whatever the 3-cost bouncer is. Anyway, guys, I feel like the mirror match is tough. We just kind of had some bad draws against them. They obviously hit their Thief of Sanities, and we didn't. I don't think it's right to keep in a bunch of Moment Cravings and stuff. We kept in our Mortifies and our Contempts. I think that's right. Having 6 removal spells for their Thief of Sanities, I think is right. I don't think you want any more than that. Also, you have Fought Erasures and stuff like that to interact with their hand. We just, again, should have kept the 6 or the 7, but I felt like because we were already essentially a 6, I felt like we could get better 6s than what we had. I was wrong. We got a worse 6. But since I had Chromium, might as well have been a 5. But, Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me guys know what you think of Kaya's Wrath. It seems like it's pretty good. It's definitely, with Tithe Taker in the format, I like it better than Settle the Wreckage. Also, there have been matches I've played where Settle the Wreckage just felt awkward because they didn't have to attack into us with certain creatures. Like, they didn't have to attack in with Siege Gang Commander, so we had to deal with Siege Gang Commanders. And Kaya's Wrath ignores that, and I think that's great. I really like it. Let me know what you guys think, though. Let me guys know what you think of the card choice in this deck. Let me know what you guys think of the list. Yep. Alright, so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. If you want to see more videos just like this one, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell next to it. I post usually a video Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. And sometimes the second video in the evening around 4. And let me guys know if you want more videos. If you want to see more standard videos, or if you want to see just more videos in general, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Again, guys, for right now, we're going to be doing a lot of standard because the format's sweet. But I will be trying to play some more modern. I got quite a few modern decks I want to play. So we'll hopefully get to some of those in the upcoming weeks. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, it would really help me out a lot if you went ahead and shared the video. Share it on YouTube, Twitter, wherever you guys want. If you guys have Discord, group things on Facebook, wherever, with your friends, just text your friend it, whatever, guys. Any kind of sharing you can do if you liked it would help me out a bunch. I'd really appreciate it, guys. And as usual, the deck tech will be in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.